Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you don't know, my name is Makeda, also known as MK, and today I'm gonna do my everyday makeup routine. I'm really not like a huge makeup girly, but I'm getting there. So all my techniques are not gonna be 100% perfect, but this is just what I like to do. And of course, I use the word everyday loosely because most days that's not what I do. But you know, in case I wanna get a little glammed up, do a little concealer, this is my routine. So let's hop into it. All right, so for the sake of this video, I put my hair up, but my very first thing that I like to do is get my skincare together. And if you follow me on TikTok, you already know my favorite skincare brand right now is Good Molecules. They're super affordable, super lightweight, nice products that are actually effective, and they really work. So the first product that I like to use every day on my face is the hyaluronic acid boosting essence. And this just gets my skin prepped for my hyaluronic acid. I just kind of take a few drops in there. That was more than a few, but I just take some and wipe it on my face. And the reasoning for this is just to get your skin prepped for the hyaluronic acid, if that's what you use, but you definitely don't want to use it on dry skin, which is why I like to use this. It's a great priming, you know, boosting essence, hence the name. So I just put that on my face, real nice and smooth. And it's like a really liquidy sensation. Like I said, it's just getting your face prepped and moisturized for the hyaluronic acid. All right, so I have that on, and now I'm gonna go in with my hyaluronic acid, also from Good Molecules. And y'all, this is one of my favorite products because I have really dry skin, and this helps me so much just keep all the moisture in my face. So I just like to apply that on my forehead, cheeks, chin, all that, and then just go in and apply it wherever I need to. And y'all, look at that, like, it's already given, okay? And on the top of my eyes. And if y'all see me looking back, I'm looking at my mirror behind me and beside me. So now that our face is looking all nice and hydrated and moisturized, I like to go in with my fan and just make sure it's dry, because you're not supposed to overlap products without it being dry. So all right, so now that my face is dry, I'm gonna go in with my dark spot corrector, also by Good Molecules, and I've used up so much of this. This is really like my third bottle of most of these products, so that's how you know, like, I really am a true believer that this product works for me. This is what I use every single day, and I always recommend people to just give your products a try for longer than a few weeks to see results. If you're really not trying your products out for an extended period of time, you're really not gonna know if it works. Of course, if it's making your skin worse, then I will stop using it, but you're not gonna see results overnight. So yeah, I really do like this product a lot, and I'm just gonna blend that in my skin. You know, just look at how good my skin is looking already, like, just from being hydrated, you know? So I'm gonna take my fan again and let that sit and dry. Okay, so now that that's dry, I'm gonna go in with my moisturizing cream. And this is the Lightweight Daily Moisturizer. And I mean, there's nothing really crazy about it. I love it. It makes my skin really moisturized. And I believe they have a new formula of this. I still have the old formula, so I'm not sure how the new one works, but it supposedly gives you more hydration. So I'm definitely gonna try that out whenever I'm finished with this bottle that I have now. So I ended up getting this skincare line during their Black Friday sale, which was quite a while ago. Obviously, it's now May. No, actually it's June. Can y'all believe it's June now? But I actually got this during their Black Friday sale, and this is the dry skincare bundle. So all of these products are specifically geared towards people with drier skin. They do have oily skin combos. They have you know, acne prone skin combinations that you could try out. So they really do cater to every skin type. So I definitely would recommend you guys try this and let me know how you guys feel. So right now I'm using the Bakuchiol oil blend for dry skin, and this is just what I like to use to top off all my products and make sure that my skin is really extremely moisturized, because like I said, I have very dry skin, especially around my nose area. So I just like to make sure that I get all those target places that I'm really dry in. And lastly, one of my favorite steps is to go in with the sunscreen. They have sunscreens that are specifically for your face. This, I would not say is recommended. I wouldn't say it's not recommended for your face, but at the same time, I know this is like a body spray. Like, I mean, I guess people can use it on their face, but if you want one that's more catered to your actual face, try that. But I use this all over my body. It's a aerosol spray. So y'all, every single day, I'm spraying myself with sunscreen. So all I do is just take it, give myself a little spray, and then just put it on top of my face. This is the Neutrogena Beach Defense, and it's supposed to be water and sun protection. So I love this because it has such a high SPF, and I need all the protection I need because I love to be out in the sun and the water, so it's a 2-in-1. All right, so now that we're done with the skin, we can move on to the makeup. I always like to start off with my brows. So my first product that I'm gonna use is the NYX Brow Glue Gel, and I think I'm almost out of this, but I don't even think I can leave the house anymore without using brow gel. It just really keeps my eyebrows in place, and this is such a good brand for eyebrow gel. So now I'm going in with my spoolie, and I just like to lock everything in, make sure that I'm getting that nice shape and form that I want. And I just kind of do like a little swoop to the side to get my eyebrows together. And then I just kind of go over it with my fingers too to really make sure that they have that laminated look. And I love this. Like, I don't know. It makes such a difference. It probably doesn't look different, but to me, I'm never going to go without it again. All right, so now what I'm going to do is carve out my eyebrows. I don't usually fill them in that much, but I don't know. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to, because I don't really do that every day, ever. Like maybe a very special occasion I'll fill in my brows. But what I like to do is just go underneath and carve them out. And just make sure that they're looking nice and clean. The concealer that I'm using is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Wear Concealer. And this is in the shade Honey, I believe. Yeah, Honey. So I don't actually like this brush. So I'm gonna go in with like a kind of circular brush and just carve out my eyebrows. To use a shade that's one shade lighter than me, just because it really gives you like that look, you know, when you get your brows arched and it kind of like the hair is gone, so it has like a lighter look underneath. I definitely don't like something that's way too light for me, because then it just starts looking ghostly. So just one shade is all I need, and then I'm gonna do my other brow and I'm gonna come back. All right, so now that I'm done with my brows, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder and just set that in place. And also, this is a method that I just use to make sure that everything is nice and blended out. So I just go over the top and the bottom. And this, if it's too light, you do want to go in with a darker shade or a shade that's more close to your skin tone, just to make sure that everything's blended nice and evenly. All right, so my brows are done, and I love my brows like this. I used to be an avid fill in my brows like when I was young, but now like I don't know, like I don't even feel like myself when my brows are just like super dark, super thick. So this is the method that works for me. Like I said, sometimes on very special occasions I will fill them in, but for the most part, this is what I like to do. Next, I am gonna do some concealer, and I have multiple concealers that I tried out. I still haven't really found like the best concealer for me, because I did used to use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, but I don't know, this one, I've noticed that a lot of other people have the same problem too with the creasing. So I ended up stopping by CVS and trying a different brand of concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Wear, and I heard really good things about this one. It is a drugstore brand, but I only tried this once before, so we're gonna try it again and see how I like it. So like I said before, this is in the shade Honey, and I like to go in with a lighter shade and then also a shade that is my skin complexion. So the second concealer that I'm gonna use on the inner part of my eye is the Morphe 2 Hide and Peak Concealer, and this is in the shade Pica Chestnut. Y'all, every time I wear concealer shade, like it's always some type of like chestnut color. Like, is that my skin tone, chestnut? Because that's always what the brand, or that's always what it's called. I don't know. So I've heard that you should let your concealer sit for like a minute or so, just to really let it set before you blend it out. So that's what I'm gonna do today. You already know, I'm gonna take my handy dandy fan and just let it sit. All right, so I've given this more than enough time to dry. So I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and blend it out. And I like to start on the outer corner first and work my way inward. Does it make a difference? Who knows, but that's just what I like to do. I actually do like letting it sit first because I don't know, I feel like it just gives you more coverage. Even though I don't feel like I need that much coverage when it comes to my under eye area, but I'm trying out different methods to see if it works with the creasing also, because that's a problem that I face pretty often. My concealer just really creasing. So I'm gonna try out different things and see what works. But for now, this is what I like to do. And I'm just gonna hit the sides of my nose. And this is good. Like, I actually really do like this concealer so far. Like I said, this is only my second time using it, but it does last for a pretty long time. And this is actually my first time that I'm using this one and letting it set. So hopefully I should be able to see some results. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my setting spray and just set this before I put on my powder. And the setting spray I'm gonna use, this is also a new product for me. It's the Maybelline Last and Fix. So now what I'm gonna do is go in with my Fit Me loose finishing powder. And I do actually want to try out a new powder, but for now, this is what I'm using. I'm gonna use my powder puff. I did hear to use a Q-tip right before you use your setting powder, which I didn't think about that until now. And I literally have my Q-tips right here. So I'm gonna see if I do start to crease, just to use a Q-tip and see if that actually does something for me. Okay, so I don't know, this eye, ooh, it's just starting to look kind of cakey. If anyone has any tips for creasing, let me know, because like my under eyes aren't even that bad, but it's like when I put on concealer, it just, the creases really start coming out to play, and I don't like that. But for now, let's move on. Let's move on. We're not gonna pay too much attention to that. So I'm gonna use my Fit Me press powder and just press that in, making sure I'm not doing too much so that it's not looking too cakey. All right, so another product that I really have been loving is the e.l.f. Liquid Halo Glow. Yeah, Halo Glow Liquid Filter. And I don't use this like as a foundation. I don't know if it's actually supposed to be considered a foundation, but I do just like to use it on the side of my face. Just a very small amount, just for any dark spots that I might have. So I love it because it just gives you like just the right amount of coverage, but not too much, and it feels like nothing on your skin. So this has been one of my favorite products that I've liked to use lately. And it also gives you like a nice underlying glow. So this is definitely in my list of favorites right now. Then I'm gonna go in again with my finishing setting powder by Fit Me and just lock that in place. So now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna set my face again, and then we're gonna move on to blush. Now I'm just gonna go in with my blush. This is my favorite step. I'm not gonna lie, I love blush. Sometimes I might get a little overboard, but it's okay. So this is the e.l.f. Liquid Camo Blush, and this is in the shade Coming In Hot Pink. And it took me forever to actually find this shade. I ended up finding it randomly at Target, but like in Ulta, Sephora, do they have e.l.f. in Sephora? I don't know. But when I tried to find it anywhere else, it was sold out. So I was so happy to get my hands on this. And I'm just gonna take my big blush brush and blend it out. And I like to kind of start on the apples of my cheeks and work my way towards my temple. And this blush is so pigmented, so you really have to use a light hand because otherwise you will be looking like a clown, okay? So that's my recommendation. Do not use that much. At max, maybe like 1 or 2 little swipes, but you cannot go overboard with this. And look at that, like, oh, it just looks so good. It looks so good. And don't worry, y'all, I'm gonna blend it out. So I love the hot pink one, but I also like to go in with my second one, and this is in the shade Bronze Bombshell. And this is more of like an orange, like darker color. I feel like this shade looks really good on my skin tone, so I like to go in with this on top of the hot pink just to balance everything out. And y'all, like I said, this is so pigmented, so don't worry, I'm gonna blend it out. I actually, ooh. Okay. There's a lot going on here. It's a lot going on, but don't worry, don't worry. So if you ever have this problem where you just really overdid it, I just take a beauty blender and use that with a little bit of the concealer that you had on it and just blend it out. If you really do need to, you can also go in with like a setting powder on top of it and just kind of blend everything out. Because like I said, this starts looking real crazy if you don't blend it out right. All right, I think that's a little bit better. What do y'all think? So now to set it, I like to use just a powder blush. I could not tell you what blush brand this is. I think it's Essence something. Essence, I think. I know I got it from Ulta, but the top done fell off. So I just like to go in on top of that and just make sure everything is locked in place. I'm blending it out some more. Right, so now I'm gonna go in with bronzer, and bronzer isn't something that I use all the time every day, but it does give me a nice glowy look, especially for the summertime. You already know that's all we're trying to give is bronze chocolate baddie, okay? So I'm using the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer, and this is in the shade Butter Than You. I never knew that. Yeah, this is the shade Butter Than You. And I'm just gonna take that and hit underneath my cheekbone. My cheeks are pretty high already, my cheekbones, so I don't always use too much bronzer for a contour look, but like I said, I do like a nice like bronze look, so I will go in underneath my cheeks. And I still am not the best at like placement with bronzer because I'm still fairly new to using it, but yeah. I'm just gonna hit my forehead a little bit and then right underneath my cheekbone. Oh, oh my gosh. I used the one with my setting powder on it. Oh Lord, silly. I really went crazy with this blush. Like, I'm trying to blend it out, but it's not budging. It's really not. Maybe it's the setting spray, but it is not moving. But it's okay, you know, it's still cute. All right, so my next step, I don't really do too many steps, but I do always like to go in with some type of lip combo. I kind of already have one going on now, but this is just a plain dark brown lip liner. The one that I use is from LA Colors in the shade dark brown black. It's like, I don't know, it's called brown black. But if I do want to do something extra, I like to go in with like a brown gloss. This is the NYX Lava Cake lip gloss, and I'm just gonna go around where I already have my lip liner. I'm just gonna go in with the brush with a little bit of my concealer on it and make sure everything's clean. All right, and then I already have a lip gloss on, but I usually will just use a clear gloss, and then sometimes I'll go on top of it with like a lip oil. My favorite one so far has been the e.l.f. Reviver lip oil, and this is in the shade Rose Envy. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more on top. And this color is so fire, y'all. Like, I love it. And it kind of goes on my blush, which is why I think I like it so much. All right, y'all, we're reaching the end. So I'm just gonna do a little teeny tiny bit of highlighter. This is the ColourPop eyeshadow and Rock On, and I don't really use this that much. I don't used to highlight as much as I used to, but sometimes, you know, just for a little something extra, I'll do my nose. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose and a little bit on the bridge. And then just a little bit on the sides of my cheeks. And you can use whatever brush you want to use. I just like a little teeny tiny brush because I'm not trying to use that much. And then I just use my finger and blend it out. So last step, I'm gonna go in one more time with my setting spray, and we're gonna be done. One more thing, I'm gonna go in with a holographic lip gloss. I honestly forgot I had this, but for the sake of the video, I used to love using freaking holographic lip gloss. And this is just a real cheapy brand. But because it almost gives like a pink color, which I like. Actually, I lied. I don't think I like this. All right, y'all, like I said, I didn't like that. I lied. I shouldn't have put that on. But this is just my lip liner. This is the LA Colors one that I was just talking about. And I'm just gonna line my lips. And if you know me, like, you know, I'm the lip liner queen. Like, I have to have my lip liner on. It just gives me that extra pop that I like. All right, I'm gonna take my brush and clean it up. I think I'm gonna go on top of that with my Juvia's Place liner. This is like a plum purpley color, and this is the shade Scorpio. And I just like to use a regular plain clear lip gloss from the hair store. This is Ruby Kisses lip oil. You see how that's just like, it's like a plum, but like a brown. That's what I like. Like, look at how that just, ooh, okay, relax. But y'all, this, oh my gosh, this combo, So I'm gonna clean it up one more time. And then I'm gonna go in with my NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu. And I'm just gonna dab that just a little bit on the inner of my lip and a little bit at the top. Oh my gosh, that combo eats down. It eats down, okay? That is my everyday makeup routine. Just when I want to look, you know, extra cute on a day like today, which should be every day. Y'all, it does not matter what day of the week it is. Always make yourself glammed up. It doesn't always have to be makeup, but whatever you want to do self-care wise to make yourself feel good, do that. Because when you look good, you feel good. And that's just a motto that I live by. So thank you so much for watching this channel. Please make sure you subscribe and like for future content. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.